There's the bell now to start something new. The new look of 1981 here at the Coliseum and on your television set. Tonight we give you Houston Wrestling's television special event. The match at which you are looking is a 2 out of 3 fall battle with a 45-minute time limit, and it has as its prize the Southwest area title. And let's settle down now to the contestants. The man who was just thrown into the ropes is the Southwest heavyweight champion, Tully Blanchard. His opponent is Tully, a tough character, a man who is ambitious, is smart enough to stay in condition and to back up his ambitions with good, solid wrestling knowledge and a lot of rugged scrapping. And he is trying to ward off Tiger Conway Jr., who now holds a hammerlock as his weapon to try to win the Southwest heavyweight title. The referee making his first appearance here in Houston is Eric Mannheimer, San Antonio youngster who brings speed to the job of refereeing. Referees depend on various weapons, knowledge, speed to get in and see things, and speed to get out of the way of things that come toward them. Nice move by the Tiger, and the Tiger does a sit out here and avoids the rush of Tully Blanchard. And the frustrated Southwest heavyweight champion has a new appreciation for Tiger Conway. He better have, because Conway is well schooled. Here you see second-generation wrestlers. Tiger Conway's father, Tiger Conway Sr., was a favorite in Houston before Tiger was born. Tully Blanchard's father, Joe Blanchard, former football player and former great wrestler, was regarded here back in the 50s as one of the top stars and brought Tully up to the same high standards which Joe brought into the game. Tully has added a few things of his own which have not added to his popularity but have added to his wins. And there's one and there is two, and it came awful close that time as Tiger wrapped him up in a small package. But I mentioned about Tully having been schooled properly. Part of the proper schooling is knowing when to get out of there. Most certainly the business of not sticking around when things aren't going your way is a great asset. Conway moving in there with a degree of caution, but moving in, and that is the important thing. Side headlock for the Tiger. So Tiger hanging on to Tully's head, keeps that forearm of his locked in under the ear, up alongside the jawbone, puts the pressure on, and you can bet that the Southwest champion, as he tries to get that head out of the vise, knows that he might have to leave that ear behind. This event, your Houston Wrestling special event, for a look at the new look of 1981 and a hard slam down to the canvas. That hip lock was well placed, well executed. Tiger popped on top of him. There's a man with a lot on the wrestling ball, Tiger Jr. So Tully trying now to ease some of the leverage which Tiger obviously has, moving around enough to keep him from cinching in there and rearing up on him. Notice Tully's head disappearing just ever so slightly into the crook of Tiger's arm as he tries to get it out inch by inch. That's the tough way. That's the way that leaves your ears skinned. That's what causes cauliflower ears, the pressure. 5 minutes have gone by in the first fall of this 2 out of 3 fall television special. Tiger rotates that head. That's where it pays to have a strong neck. You get a strong neck that way, but you get it in the gymnasium. You don't get it when you're in the ring. You better have it when you get in the ring. Eric Mannheimer gives a loud and positive count that time. Fans here getting their first look at him as an official. He watches closely, gives the word to Tully that he can quit if he wants to. Fans will like the manner in which he designates his count. Gets down there on that canvas and hits it hard and sounds off at the same time. Tully trying to get his head out, rotating in there and squirming around, looking. The foot is in the rope. He's calling on the Tiger to break. And Tiger broke reluctantly. He wants Tully. He doesn't want to let the cobwebs get out of his head. The pressure of the side headlock is cumulative. You hang on, the longer you hang on, the more the bees start buzzing inside your head. The bad part is when they never stop. So Conway uses the side headlock. Tully stays close to the ropes. And visions of a vanishing Southwest heavyweight belt must be gathering somewhere within that slightly muddled brain of his right now. We've got some youngsters celebrating birthdays tonight. Jimmy Dagiel is 5 years of age. Paul Adam Kylier is 4 years of age, and Anna Kylier is 4 years of age. They are celebrating here at Houston Wrestling tonight, and we most certainly hope that they thoroughly enjoy it. Tully there putting his elbow to work, and he hit Tiger where he is vulnerable in the rapid punch area in the back of the neck. Count that either man is trying for is a 3. Those 2s are nice to get, but they won't do the job. And notice where Tully drove that elbow. Right into the small of the back, right along the spine. There's another 2 count. As Tiger manages to coil up and spring out. And Tiger now getting back into a defensive position. And an offensive move, too. So Tiger delivers a solid, way back wallop. But notice the way Tully threw that football-type tackle. He was looking to get his head into a vulnerable spot. Probably did. So Tiger makes things tough for the champion. Flying head scissor. Bounced him halfway across the ring. You've got to, a bad move. Good move on Tully's part. He ducked out from underneath and pushed Tiger as he went by. And the Tiger's in trouble. He's going for a back body drop and up and, oh, man, did he ever slam him down to that deck. There is the very positive call of referee Eric Mannheimer.
8 minutes, 55 seconds, the champion, Tully Blanchard.
So in 5 seconds, under 9 minutes, there's the winner of the first fall, Tully Blanchard. Now Tully will be on next Friday night's card here in the Sam Houston Coliseum. He and Gino Hernandez will be taking on Tiger Conway Jr. and Cowboy Scott Casey as part of that huge card that's going to keep the intense excitement of 1981 going. Our friends at Love TV, they're going to keep their business going too. You can bet your boots on that. As Gary always says, doggone it, we need your business. Listen to him.
4, 3, 2, 1, second fall.
This is the start of fall number 2. Tully Blanchard, Southwest heavyweight champion, is 1 fall ahead of Tiger Conway Jr. and they have had a 2-minute rest period, and Tully Blanchard was impatient to get things started. He was impatient to do exactly what he's doing now, to try to convince Tiger Conway that the second fall is his as well as the first. So in behind is Tully. He cinches that arm. This is a riding hold. This is one that you hang on to make the fellow on whom you are holding the grip work. You make him sweat, you make him puff, you make him gasp just a little bit, as Tiger is doing right now. It's a solid hold, and the man on top can follow you all over that ring. So Conway knows the feeling, and he knows that it's tougher to get out of this particular hold because mostly its sole purpose is to weigh you down. And Tiger has that elbow free on that right arm. He knew where to put it. And if he can find the same spot more than once, he can get it black and blue in a hurry. That's the way to break it. Don't let him ride you, but get out of it. So Tiger now puts a stopper in against Tully Blanchard. Blanchard threw a knee up there, and it didn't do his right knee any good. Neither will those kicks in the body or the face of Tully Blanchard do any good. Tiger is roused, and Tiger takes after him. Oh, he whomped him right smack on that jaw. And now, one of Tiger's best advantages since this match began. And as he moves in on Tully, he's got him where he wants him. The measuring, the wallop to the jaw, and this time he may be able to get a pin out of it, but Tully Blanchard has taken an inordinate amount of punishment. There's one, there's two, and close. Tully knows the tricks of the champion. You can squeeze out a few extra seconds of advantage, you take it. They're caught in the ropes. The referee is counting. The count for a break in the ropes on the inside of the ring is 5. And on the outside, on the apron, it's 10. And on the floor, it's 20. Tully, that's the same knee that he threw just a little while ago. And I mentioned that he had hurt it. There is one of Tiger Conway's unique tricks. He has a head that he's not afraid to use. It's hard. He admits it. He says it's his best weapon, and he just used it by bouncing it into the knee of Tully Blanchard. If he can find enough bone in there, he can really rack him up. Tiger, I was wondering what he was going to do. He is flirting with a disqualification, but right now he is also flirting with handing Tully Blanchard a reason for not continuing this match. Tiger is listening to that count, I am sure, but he is also blasting Tully Blanchard into defeat. Referee Eric Mannheimer lecturing the young Tiger, who broke the count and now moves out of the ring in order to apply the boots to Tully Blanchard on the floor again. I mentioned Tully using the tricks of champions. He did it that time again, but he caught it in reverse. There's the count broken. The referee, I think, is giving Blanchard the better of the exchange because Blanchard was dragged out of the ring instead of going out voluntarily or going out because of his own motion. Tully's in the ring, but no doubt about that. He landed with a resounding slam. And a waiting Tiger.
Five minutes.
5 minutes have gone by, and this the second fall of this match. Oh, he caught him and caught him solidly. The punch that made Bull Curry famous, that same driving hook into the stomach. Now the fans get behind the Tiger. They start pounding on their chairs. They start stomping. They start whistling. They start clapping, beating out that rhythmic support. Tully Blanchard is on the receiving end, and the Southwest heavyweight champion can't take too much more of this kind of punishment. Tiger's father, Tiger Sr., is here in the audience tonight and rooting loudly for his son. Quick switch. Tiger hit that turnbuckle and hit hard. He's a sitting duck right now for Blanchard. Trying to set him up. Tiger hit him with a diving headbutt, but he's not satisfied. He's going for more. Oh, man, the cue ball shot for sure. There is the count, and Tiger Conway Jr. has...
The winner of the second fall, 6 minutes, 26 seconds. The challenger, Tiger Conway Jr.
Tiger Conway Jr. has scored the equalizing fall. He has come up there with a great display, and certainly the accuracy of that leap off the top rope is a fine example of it. This means that we will be back for the third and deciding fall of the Southwest Texas title battle, your Houston Wrestling television special. IW Marks outdoes us. He has specials, and right now he especially has a tremendous inventory of fine quality jewelry.
3, 2, 1, the bell.
Hear that
Third
noise?
ball.
These fans have gotten behind Tiger Conway. During the 2-minute intermission period between falls, they were beating that staccato applause in order to inspire the headbutting Conway to get out and win this fall in a hurry. Blanchard is still suffering from the effects of the punishment around the head that he received in fall number 2. But falls are even in this, your Houston Wrestling television special for the Southwest Heavyweight Championship. Oh, as he swung around there, he came with a vengeance, and nice block by Tiger Conway, and he may have Tully Blanchard where he wants him. Oh, he had him in a vulnerable spot that time. Blanchard that time, fortunately for him, got his feet down straight. Sometimes when you land with your feet halfway down, you can shatter your protection all the way through your body. There's 2, and oh, that was close. That was close. Conway that time was trying to shift his hold at the time that the referee was counting, and Blanchard just barely got up on that 3 count. Side headlock. A grip that the Tiger used extremely well in the first fall. Back body drop, and this, well, it could put both of them out. The referee will toll a 10 count, and unless the men are in a defensive position, he can call it a draw. Conway's having his troubles. He landed high on the back of his neck. Count has ended. If they're in shape to do that, they are not going to be counted out. There's 1, there's 2, there's a foot over the rope. So Eric Mannheimer calls for the break, and Tully, quick move that time, sneaky but quick, but then he knows that if you're going to maintain a grip on a title, you'd better take advantage of all of the openings, and that was one. Now there's a wrap-up, a cradle hold for Tiger Conway. He hooked that leg well, rolled him over, and Tully was just a little bit too wiry to hang on to. There's that headbutting again into the solar plexus. Now the men there will be no count here because they are in a defensive position. When a man's on his knees in wrestling, he is ready to defend or to go on the offense, so he is not counted down. The Tiger, Nutcracker, he had that head securely between his legs that time as he leaped up and dropped down. So Tully rolls into the ropes. Tully looks for the count, but he's jerked in by the hair, and the referee is telling Tiger to cut it out. Atomic drop, and Tully Blanchard caught the full weight of it that time. The count is on Tiger Conway. Conway wants to drag him back into the ring. The referee feels that he's over the ropes and he ought to have the benefit of some count. Solid wallop, and there again as he drives it in there, he's just above the line of the trunks. And Tully Blanchard, with head and shoulders, manages to drive Conway through the ropes and off onto the floor just here, and he landed with a crash. Not only a crash, but as he rolled along the huge beam that is part of the bottom of the ropes here, left a welt across his back. Conway catching the count. The referee tolling it. Tully Blanchard impatiently waiting inside the ring, and now it's Tully who is getting the count because he's not letting him in cleanly and properly. You see, Blanchard is forcing the issue. He wants to drag Conway into the ring. 5 minutes have gone by. And this, the third and deciding fall of this battle for the Southwest area title. And Tiger Conway goes over and he wraps him up in the sunset flip, and Tully Blanchard just barely made it. He just barely squeezed out from under there. And that was close. He's going for the backslide. He's got the backslide. There's a 1 and a 2, and the long legs of Tully Blanchard rolled over and destroyed the advantage held by Tiger Conway Jr. That was close. There were a couple of close ones there for Conway, but close won't take the title away from Tully Blanchard. Make him work harder to hang on to it. And here he wraps him up, rolls him over. There's 2. And as Conway gets up to his knees, he tries to get into a position to work it over, and they are throwing solid, smashing wallops at each other, and Conway is trying to rack him up. Oh, great run across there. He took a chance, but he did. There's a nice switch by Blanchard, and this time Conway managed to get out of the way. He set him up and set him up beautifully. Here he comes for the drive off the top rope. The same match-winning move that he has made so free. Nice move by Blanchard. But notice that Conway recovered, and recovered rapidly. The crotch hold, the lift, the slam, and Conway is on top. There's 1, there's 2, it's close. That shoulder goes driving in there, and Tully Blanchard going for the wrap up. There's 1, there's 2, and the count was 3. And Tully Blanchard got help that time as the referee was on the far side. He snatched him by the trunks, glued him down to the deck, and Conway and Conway's fans are not only irate, they are shouting, trying to tell the referee what happened The winner and still Southwest area heavyweight champion is Tully Blanchard. And Tiger Conway Jr. feels like he got a bad deal. Let's have a word from our friend Irv Marks, who wants to tell you about the tremendous inventory he has on hand right now.